Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, which is Unpacking with Mishak Mate. What a time to be alive, man. You remember during this week when Cyril Ramaphosa uh, gifted DA a good campaign for 2026 local elections when he said that DA governs better than ANC-led municipalities. So I think he realized that he made a blunder. I believe even the structures of the ANC made him realize that he made a blunder by saying that, because he gifted the DA on a silver platter a good campaign for 2026 local elections. So I believe even the interview that he did on Thursday, which is yesterday on SABC, was merely a PR just to rectify what is said on that briefing, because a lot of people were criticizing him, including members of the ANC. And whilst the DA was running with that banter of saying, President said DA governs better. So obviously, I think Ramaphosa was reckless in saying that, because you are a president and your voice or your opinion carries weight. So imagine next year we're heading into the local elections, but the president is busy saying that DA governs better. So like I was stupid to can continue to vote for ANC even when the president himself is admitting that the ANC is failing to govern, or ANC is failing to provide solutions to the problems of this country. Here's the video I'm talking about.
Of their lives, where they live, because there are enormous challenges. And this is where, say, DA municipalities must learn a lot from the ANC municipalities. It was Oliver Reginald Tambo who said, it does not mean that those who you are opposed to do not sometimes do right things. You must learn from them, because they must also learn from you. They should also come to where the ANC has led real transformation. I give you a very good example.
Yeah.
You look at Soweto today, where I grew up. The Soweto that I grew up in is very different from the Soweto of today, because there's been real transformation. But if you talk to somebody in Langa, Philippi, Delft, they will tell you that Langa, Philippi, and Delft are still exactly the same way that they were in 1994. Meaning that there's been technical compliance with clean books. It has not led to clean streets. And one of the other things that I have found also with the Western Cape is that sometimes money is returned to the fiscus without having been spent.
Yeah.
So all in all of us need to learn from each other.
Yeah.
We need to learn where someone is doing good. Yeah. We must find out why they're doing good. That is exactly what O.R. Tambo taught us. He said, you must also learn.
So you see now that it seems like his tune has changed. Now he's saying the DA as well must learn something from the ANC. You know, what is it to learn from the ANC? ANC has failed over 30 years to can govern this country. That's why today we are here. We are here because of the ANC, and we are in the GNU now. We are being led by GNU, which is a collective of other political parties, because of how ANC has failed to run this country. When you check in the Western Cape has been run by the DA for a very long time, and even today, the DA is still running Western Cape because they are delivering for their people. That's why they are being kept for a very long time in that position, because people in the Western Cape are confident in the DA. I'm not talking about your Khayelitsha and all that, but majority of people in the Western Cape believes in the DA. Hence, they are still voting for the DA. So now Ramaphosa is found wanting to justify what he said, but what he said was really a blunder. So here's another message, or rather a video of him trying to justify what he said in that briefing. Danko.
And that is why there was such,
brouhaha.
yes, because that's how, and especially a year before the election. So,
yes. What I'm saying,
would you have phrased it better in hindsight, given what you said?
I should have talked about the full equation. And the full equation is there's the compliance issues and there's the transformative issues. And both need to go hand in hand. And when I made the example, I should have done a comprehensive one. Now, this clarifies it, because we should not be fixated on one area only. When we look at the performance of our governance, we must look at it comprehensively. There must be compliance there. There must also be transformation, improvement of the lives of our people. Yeah. That must also be there.
And I'm harping on this point, Mr. President, because the chairperson, before you spoke, when the members stood up and sang, he basically said, so this is what you do in councils. You sing, but capacity, dololo. And then a few minutes later, the president says, learn from the DA. So clearly, that messaging perhaps got a different taste.
Maybe you could say it got lost in translation. In the end, we all must learn from each other. And that is important. That I will say as also the President of the Republic, that there are a number of areas where good work is being done. And there are others where there is weakness. And mature people must look at both and say, how can we improve the lives of South Africans? By looking at what others do and improving on it. And it's a two-way process. It should never be anyone, say from the DA, standing on the rooftops and saying, oh, the president said this about us, and others saying, no, why did he say? It should be, this is a call for us to be sober and look at both, because if we do what Oliver Tambo said we should do, learn from...
Wait.
It does. It certainly does.
So what you said in public tends to be believed and believable.
But you see, what I said in public is about compliance.
Yeah.
The transformation part is precisely what we were talking about the whole weekend, because it is the transformation, the improvement of service delivery. Yeah. It is growing the economy.